Hi, it's me, Paper and Stampin' again. I made another card. I gotta go run out and send it out in a little bit. So I wanted to get, capture it before I send it off. It's a birthday card. I did some ribbon with some extra ribbon here. I kind of like it that it's really long and curly because of that curliness there. I didn't put any bling on it. I used a brad. It's like a pewter tone brad. I used that same Stampin' Up! Stamp and made the background. I love this stamp color. It's a retired color from really, really long ago. It's called Sage Shadow. And if you can tell, yeah, it's on its last leg. But that's okay. What I'm going to do in the next couple of days is I'm gonna use up that last bit of ink on it, and then that way I can show you guys what I mean, that you can clean it up and the pad is still in very good shape. It's one of those old pads from Stampin' Up!, not the foamy one. It was like a cloth one that I really, really love, and then I'll show how I can clean it up, and then I'll just order some ink for a new color that I don't have. And then how you can still use that pad. And yes, the outside doesn't show the correct color, but I mean, it works. And this stamp is from, I think, All Paper Media, something like that. I loved it. It's got the birthday. I put dimensionals on there to give it to make it pop out more. And oh yeah, I did the polka dots embossing. I love polka dots, for birthday. And I love these ribbons. Here's the inside. Let me see if you can get to the top. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, so I did the embossing on the inside. I love to dress up my cards on the inside also. I think it just gives it that extra little love, more attention. Here's another brad pewter. This ribbon is actually thinner than the one in the front. I'm running out of that one. I think it's almost gone. I couldn't find it. I know I have a little bit left. Once it's gone, it's gone. But I had gone to Walmart and had gotten this other little black thinner one also, so I knew it was there. This organza I really love. This one is, I love to add it to other ribbons, like do the double bows. I completely love it. I used to also have, which I'm trying to find because I think I have another roll, one last roll somewhere. It's like a really thin silver, tiny thin silver that I love to do with my bows. And this is, the happy birthday sentiment, and I cut it and make it bannered. I put pop dots on it to raise it, and I did the embossing again. You can tell the difference, see here, and then see kind of, let me see if you can see the edges, like here. My ink is like almost dying. One last resort with the ink is sometimes you can add a little bit of water and get more use. The only time I add the water is when that's it. That color's retired. I can never re-ink it again. It'll make the shade, of course. It'll dilute it. It'll make it a little bit lighter, but maybe, I might have some more cards out of it. And, sometimes I like that lighter shade. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. And okay, this is the organza. That's it. That's all I had. I actually did, believe it or not, this uses less than to make the bow. I couldn't make the bow, but I kind of liked the way it came out, and I'm going to write my little note in here. And then, I did the embossing to match this here and kind of got some color on it. This is putting the whole stamp down. That's that tells you, and that's pressing really hard. That's telling you how much ink I had in it. These are the little edges. So what I'm going to do is, since the edges have more ink than the middle, you see how the middle is almost dying in that poor stamp, I'm actually going to hold the stamp like this. Pretend this is the stamp pad, and the edge, I'm going to pour a little bit of water down this way to try to get some of that ink to go into here. And yes, it'll be a lighter color, but still, I'm either going to like it or I won't. And at this point, the pad is completely, I mean, gone. Just the edges work. So there's no harm in trying, is the way I see it. And I'm sending this birthday card out right now in a few moments. So I wanted a picture of it to see. And you know what? I didn't realize I do so many cards that I send out. And I'm really getting excited about the fact of maybe keeping like a, you know, a card log of cards that I've sent out, and pretty ones. Because yeah, think about all those cards you've always sent, and don't you wish you kind of had like a little, had pictures of them? But okay. So gotta run, gotta send it out. I've been using those clear envelopes for them. Once I run out of those, I'm going to start making my own envelopes also. I love embossing my own envelopes also. And I love making, for example, like this, I would stamp the whole page, emboss it. And I know it seems weird, but you can do it. And then sometimes do the inside insert of the envelope like this, or sometimes the outside of the envelope, you know, emboss it and then ink it up. So that's kind of fun too. And I thought about that. I'm like, maybe I should show some ways how I do envelopes too. I don't know how you guys do your envelopes, but that's kind of fun too also, how to do the envelopes. I wish now that if I would have had enough ink in the pad, I would have done circle swirly motions. I think it would have been more softer than these edges, but yeah, I was desperate. I mean, I was pressing down just to get that. So I was desperate, but you know, and you know, I see a lot of people do the outside of the cards. They don't show their insides. I don't know if you guys dress them up. How do you guys, tell me down below, do you feel it's necessary to dress the cards up in the inside or unnecessary? I know I love to, but you know, do you think it's too much sometimes, or not enough if we don't do it? Because it's part of the prettiness of the card. And I know that a lot of people like to do the card and then put the sentiment here, but I know that I'm writing something, so I always like to write a little note. So then I always kind of do it like that on the top, and then a little area to write a note. I just like it that way. I don't know. Okay, well, talk to you guys later. Bye.